edition of Kato Reviews. Really looking forward to this one. A little different this time. I've not watched this match. I watched literally 30 seconds of it and I thought, let's just see what happens. So today we're going to be looking at two guys. Kevin Bennett, I know of him. I believe I met him. I'm not super familiar with him. Against Jimmy the High Flying Hippie. Now this is a guy that I'm super familiar with. The guy who trained him, I know really well. He's really a good trainer. So I think that I expect good things. Now, because I know Jimmy so well, it may be a little difficult to not be biased, but I'm going to try my best to just give my honest opinion of what we see here. So, we've already got all the pre-match introductions out of the way, and we're going to start right at the match. The introductions are going to be for another day, how to do a good entrance, how to captivate the crowd the minute you come through the curtain. But for now, we're just talking about wrestling. And away we go. As you can see, both guys are inside the ring here. Referee doing his job. Apparently this is some sort of title match. Kevin Bennett just touched the belt and yeah, show it to the crowd. What I like right away, right off the bat, there's no doubt about who the good guy and who the bad guy is. At least who the good guy is. Jimmy is doing a great job getting the crowd sort of fired up for what he wants to do. I got to turn down the volume on my headphones because it's loud. Great energy right off the bat from our babyface. Okay, lock up. Heel takes an arm. Break into a drop kick. Now I don't know what position on the card this match is, but right away, first thing I'll say is I really love Jimmy's energy, getting the crowd into it, high impact or high speed right away. To me, this is a great opener. I don't know if this was opener on the card. There you go. You have a nice little heel cutoff. So, not a real long shine in that match. Doesn't always need. If you're a guy who is already over in a town, you don't need a long shine. The cutoff was dirty. You had a guy on the outside sort of trip from the outside, and now he's following it up. Under the cover. One thing I'll say, I'm sort of a big fan of guys picking out a spot and sort of working it. It really makes a heel look like he knows what he's doing as a wrestler. Pick out a body part, an arm, a leg, a neck, a back, whatever you want to do here. Okay, so the outside guy really missed his cue here. You can see Kevin Bennett walked away, took the referee away. Okay, a little bit of fire there. Back to the heel cutoff. One thing I'd like to say, okay, stop. Let's stop. All right, on the 3 count, we're going to pause. Okay. So one thing I'd like to say here is, one thing that I was told a long time ago, Arn Anderson said that as a babyface during the heat of the match, and we're definitely in the heat of the match here, unless they're really, throwing me for a loop here, but knowing Jimmy and knowing his style, I'm assuming they're in the heat here. So, with that in mind, as a babyface during the heat, when you're in trouble, you always want to subconsciously keep your eye level below the eye level of the heel. And that doesn't even matter if you're, if you're 6'5" and your babyface or your heel is 5'7". You always want to keep your eye level below because then it feels more like you're climbing up from underneath and you have this uphill climb to get to. So let's go ahead and, as you can see, as Jimmy was sort of firing up, getting ready to run away and got his hair pulled, he was up the whole way. And part of the reason for that is that on an even playing field, when the babyface and the heel are at the same level, to protect our babyfaces, the babyfaces, they're even, the babyface should be able to overcome this dastardly heel. So just remember, I mean, the same spot could have been executed just from a little lower, bending your knees, sort of, keeping yourself lower than your heel there. Okay, let's go. Jimmy almost always does a great job of keeping his face up. That's one thing that's always been a pet peeve of mine, is guys that won't keep their face up. Both guys aren't what you'd call historic, like bodybuilder types, but they're lean and they look like they're in shape. I'm fine with this look. If guys, you know, as long as guys look like they're in shape, look like if shit went south and they had to fight somebody in the crowd, they could handle themselves, I'm always in favor of that. Careful with the marching around a little bit, even in reverse. You know, pick a spot here, Kevin Bennett, and plant your feet. Got to execute better on those forearms in the back. An atomic drop followed up by a neck breaker. The thing I'd say is execution is good, but the like his heat is all over the place. There's no real rhyme or rhythm to it. Big kick out by Jimmy. Jimmy definitely in trouble, doing his job, getting on the ground, selling. Greatest baby faces of all time knew. Austin, Rock, Hogan, they all knew to get on the ground and sell. So right now maybe I'm missing the point of the story of the match. Maybe he's trying for a count-out victory. I'm not sure. But why not follow him out? Turn up the aggression a little bit here. Really get your baby face in trouble. I've seen a lot of chokes already. This might have been a good time to get over top of and turn up the aggression. Really fire down some rockets. Snap mare. Slow it down. We got a chin lock now. I like a good rest hold. Rest hold isn't always about catching your breath. It's about letting the... If you've done a good job up to this point, it's about getting the fans to relax a bit so that you can get them fired up for what you're about to give them. Look, Jimmy didn't do a lot. He just showed a little bit of hope here. He countered that move. You don't need an extended spot for a hope spot. Just keep yourself alive. Keep trying to get up. Keep moving around. Don't lay there. They're dead. Unless you're almost to the end of the heat, which is what I think we're at here. This is perfect. My gut tells me he'll move. And my gut is correct. Nice moonsault. Good stuff. I think, you know, oftentimes I'm in the minority when it comes to heels doing moves. I think it's okay for heels to do some moves. They just have to be done in the right way. Big flashy moves. You don't want to do everything. Boom, 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 boom. Perfect like that where a guy is moving out of the way. Again, even heel. Keep your face up, Kevin Bennett. Here we go. Firing up. Reverse atomic, aka Manhattan drop, followed in by big elbow. Shoulder tackle. The only thing I'd say is, you know, I love a big fiery comeback, but remember, if you took all that heat, build the comeback, just don't go directly into it. It's different than a hot tag where the baby face is coming in on tag and has all this energy, hasn't taken anything. You know, build it, build it, build it, and then by the end, rawr, you know? So, I probably would have liked to seen something a little different there. I'm not sure I love that spot. It didn't maybe get the reaction they were hoping for. And again, I don't know the story of what had built to this, so I just don't know. I'm not sure why that wouldn't have been a disqualification. I probably would have took that out of the match. Same thing with the spot earlier. Maybe they have a no disqualification type title and that's what we're fighting for. That's the only thing I can figure. I don't like cheating in front of the referee. It takes credibility away from the ref. My guess would say there's no such thing as no disqualification in this match because the referee made this guy get down. And manager, know your spot. Like, he's up there way too early. You have got to know the details of this match. If you're an outside manager, Okay, all right, back up. So, DQ. Okay, so that did make sense. I mean, I'm certain if they're getting a DQ finish, there's some disqualification or there's some sort of angle building long term to get to something. But this was a quick little match. Maybe not the finish I would have hoped for to tell this, for me to tell my video. For what they're telling, it might be fine, but for me and my video here. Okay, so let's stop. That's it for today. I just want to go over a few things that I want to review for you. So, remember where you're at in the show. Remember what town you're in. If you're new, try to have a shine every time. The length of that shine can be dictated by how over you are in that town, how well those people know you. If you're brand new, make sure you establish those guidelines strong. Jimmy did a good job. If this was a new town, he may have wanted to shine a little longer. Heels, do something dirty to cut people off to start the heat. Unless you're 400 pounds and your name's the Beast Man, where you can get away with, cutting somebody off strong or some super heavyweight, then I suggest everybody use some sort of a heel tactic. The reason being is, again, you're telling that story. I'm the bad guy. People hate me. I cheat to get the advantage. As far as the heat goes, baby faces, keep yourself alive, but you don't need long extended hope spots. Unless, of course, you're going 20 minutes, then you may want to, give them a false comeback and then be cut back off. But if you're only going 6, 7, 8 minutes, what do you need so many hope spots for, and why do you need a long hope spot? Get yourself in trouble. As far as a comeback, remember, a comeback in a singles match and a hot tag in a tag match are completely different. You want to build the hot tag, or you want to build the comeback. A hot tag, you're coming in House of Fire right away. So those are the things we're going to stop on today. It was a little shorter than what I thought it was going to be, but which is fine, because I know, if I'm watching a YouTube video, I don't know how long I want to sit through. So there it is. Overall, I'd say that match was pretty solid. I have no big complaint. If that was on a show that I ran, I wouldn't be smashing my head in the ground or anything like that. That was fine. So that's it for today. Unless I get bored, maybe I'll make another one later today. I don't know. It's a snow day here in central Pennsylvania, so I may want to do another one. That's it. Thank you very much. I appreciate everybody for watching. And please remember, guys and girls, stop having shitty matches. You're ruining my life.